Hi, my name is Hélène. Welcome to my studio. In today's video, I'm filling a page of this vintage photo album, which has thick paper pages, and between pages is a glassine sheet, which makes it pretty ideal for oil or dry pastel or any other dry technique, as this will protect your artwork from smearing. So I really recommend using this type of albums, old albums for sketching, because it's a really nice piece. This one has this beautiful vintage fabric and it's in really perfect condition. So I will start with an abstract base and follow the flow and see where it goes. So I'm going to paint the first page of this sketchbook, which is protected by a glassine sheet, so I will use oil pastel later, but first I will start with acrylic paint. I'm inserting this here after first page to avoid the paint to bleed on the other pages. So let's mix something. I like to kind of cover the whole page when I start. Then I like to use a contrasty color and fill the blanks. I'll make brownish red. I didn't notice while I was painting, but now all I can see is the MTV logo. I'm using a light color over the dark so I can scratch in the paint and reveal the brown which is underneath later. This little brush is a very interesting one which I adjusted, and I'm planning to make a video about it, so if you want to know more about the funky brush, stay tuned. At this stage, I am just creating layers as a base to get some interesting textures, and I want to see how much the paper can take, so I am scratching and doing all sorts of marks, and later you will see that I will go with quite wet techniques as well to see if the paper can take it all. And that's it. At this moment, the botanical vibes started coming in. You might notice here and later in the video that I am struggling with this top part of the page, insisting to make clouds or the sky or something. And in the end I decided to let go and leave it as it is, because after all it's only a sketchbook page. And here comes the clouds again. I see now that the paper is really good because this is very wet, and until now I added quite many layers of paint and I scratched and did many things to the page and it doesn't warp. I'm not using palette knives very often, but I really appreciate the type of marks which it makes. And I guess the only way to get familiar with it is to continue using it and to practice. Here I am using a Neocolor 2. And the oil pastels make their entrance. So far, the paper's holding up really well. No tearing, no peeling, no warping. Using oil pastels with acrylic paints can be a bit controversial, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that when it's just in my sketchbook. This page is finished and I used fixative for oil pastel from Sennelier over it, but the idea is that this will protect the pastel from the previous page. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy watching this abstract to botanical transformation and maybe you felt inspired to try something similar. I will definitely share more pages of this album as I will fill them in the future. So in the meantime, stay tuned and happy painting. Bye bye.